Good evening. 4th of July is coming up. How many people own flags? How many people know the proper way to display your flag? Okay. For those of you who don't, I got a pretty strong sense of patriotism. Military family, military myself, grew up in a rural community. So flag etiquette is kind of a way of life. Beyond that, I'm not here to preach to you, but I do want to give those of you who don't know about things like just happened, what proper flag etiquette is. As American citizens, our responsibility to properly display, care for, and revere the American flag, and today I hope to give you some of those points. I'm going to cover when to fly the flag, days, time of day, weather, proper respect, and care of the flag is my second point, and I'll follow that with the appropriate retirement and replacement of the flag. Customary dates, whether indoors or out, are applied the same in times. When indoors, U.S. Flag Code notes that when displayed either horizontally or vertically against the wall, Union, which is the blue part, should be in the uppermost of the flag's right, which is the observer's left. Outdoors on a flag pole, if you do have it in your house or at your apartment or your place of business, the American flag is the only flag that is to be displayed on its own pole. If you do have another sovereign nation to be displayed, it has to be on a separate pole, same height or less. If you do, the only way that two flags can be displayed on a pole is if it's like the state of Idaho, for instance, the courthouse, and it will always be flown below the American flag. At your residence, if you don't have the short flag poles that are sold with them, a lot of times you can display them vertically like this from your window, eave, or appropriate place where it is off the ground. The days that are acceptable to fly the flag are every day, are perfectly acceptable, but the ones that are noted are standard federal holidays, and we're all familiar with the 6 holidays you get off from work: New Year's Day, Easter Sunday, Memorial Day, Independence Day, Labor Day, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Those are good ones in practice because normally most of us are home. Other holidays are Martin Luther King, Washington's birthday, Flag Day, Veterans Day. You might know the Mother's Day and Armed Forces Day and Father's Day are also acceptable. When you see a flag at half staff, it's called the Day of Mourning, and those are Pearl Harbor, Patriots Day, which is 9/11, Peace Officers and Firefighters Day, as well as Memorial Day. Time of day, daylight hours, starts from sunrise, ends at sunset, and that's the information you can get from the Weather Channel, things like that. You can display a flag at night, but it must be clearly illuminated. If it's on a pole, it must have its own dedicated light. However, like a lot of us have in our homes, the little pole, ambient light is sufficient. For instance, like your garage light. And how do you know if it's sufficient, whether it's direct or ambient, is that the stars and stripes are clearly visible from a reasonable distance, which is about 20 feet, and good gauge is about the length of your driveway. In inclement weather, it is acceptable to fly a flag, snow, sleet, rain, things, but it must be an all-weather flag. If it's not an all-weather flag, it needs to be taken down immediately when the weather starts and should not be displayed until the weather ends. If you're not sure, just take it down. Proper respect and care of a flag. The respect for the flag, when you're in its presence, and it's like ball games and things like that, and it's displayed for a specific time or in a procession, parade, it's proper to salute. Military folks will salute. Your hand over your heart is considered a salute as a civilian. Men should always retire a head cover if you are in the presence of the flag. And it should never touch the ground. However, accidents do happen, and I'll follow up with that if it's so badly that things happen where it becomes damaged or dirty. And they should always be carried free and aloft and free and never flat, wadded up, or horizontally in the parade. They should be folded ceremoniously when they're stored. The care of the flag, you can keep the flags clean. Hand washing with mild soap is acceptable, but dry cleaners also are. And I found out today that a lot of dry cleaners will clean your flag for free on 4th of July, so that's something to look into this holiday that's coming up. Repair is acceptable. When something like this were to happen, it would be clipped off here and then a new seam put in neatly. That can continue until such that the stripe portion is less than this length. At that time, the flag is to be retired. U.S. Flag Code states that the flag, when it is in such condition that it no longer is a fitting emblem of display, should be destroyed in a dignified way, preferably by burning. Now, this, obviously, there are some ceremonies and things that do go along with this. However, the one thing that's most convenient is Boy Scouts of America, the American Legion, and the Veterans of Foreign War all collect flags at least once a year, sometimes twice, or on call, and they perform this service of retiring and burning of flags in mass, I guess, if you will. These things I've gone over: when to fly the flags, days, time of year, time of day, and the weather can all be shown reverence, whether they're to the letter or not. It's a matter of showing proper respect and some sort of care and reverence for a flag. Correct and accepted care and maintenance, retirement and replacement of the flags as well. So by utilizing this information, you not only demonstrate appropriate reverence to the flag, but you also provide an example to the citizens, your friends, family, and help perpetuate that responsibility we have to show reverence and care of the flag. Woodrow Wilson said that the flag of the United States has not been created by rhetorical sentences and declarations of independence and bills of rights. It has been created by the experience of a great people, and nothing is written upon it that has not been written by their life. It is the embodiment, not of a sentiment, but of a history. I hope that you've all picked up something that you can learn and use for if you do have a flag or purchase a flag and display it with pride this 4th of July. Thank you.